Hi, welcome back to Gadget Mad Lad. In this video, we're doing something that apparently a lot of you want to see. Well, I don't know if it's this specific pair you want to see, but you like headphones, so I'll give you headphones. Pick these up as faulty from my local cash converters in the faulty section. Cost me £1. £1. I think that's about $1.50 maybe, or something like that. Don't know what it is in euros, but I'll check in Google if I was you. Right, so these actually work, kind of. There's no fault with them that I can tell, except they sound ever so robotic, if you get what I mean. It's like a tinniness to the things, but they cost me £1, so I figured do a teardown video. So these are the Turtle Beach Air Force Recons for the Xbox One / Xbox Series S / X. The wired headphones, they cost about, I think, £20, about $30, $25, $30. Got a detachable microphone. Inline remote, what we call it, when it's in the wire kind of thing. You've got your mic mute, that was easy to say, and your volume control. This is what I think the fault is, essentially. I think the volume wheel is not giving off the right resistance, as it goes higher and lower, and I think that's what's affecting the tinniness of it. But my plan is, overall, when I tore these down, my plan is to make them into Bluetooth headphones anyway, so won't be needing any of this stuff, all the wires can go. But last time I bought some, I think the ones before these didn't have a detachable mic. It was like a mic you could flip down the side. Well, they had a broken thingamabob headphone jack, and we switched that, and it got them working. I've still got them somewhere, I just don't know where they are. So I keep people keep asking me for requests of other, to fix such a thing, and I'm unable to do it because I can't find the things in the first place. Anyway, back to the point at hand. In this one, we're gonna essentially turn down. I'm gonna try and give you as best repairability functionality as I can in the process. Right, to start with, let's detach the mic. So if you've got any microphone problems, you've got to make sure this is connected. If there's a line there and there's a line on the actual thing that you need to line up, and then it'll just click in, I think. Well, not click. It's got to click. It's more of a mush. But the point is, if you've got problems with your microphone, chances are it could be this itself that's faulty. I'm not too sure you'd get into that, to be honest with you, because it looks like it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But I'll use that for something else. I'll probably maybe turn it into an actual microphone. We'll move that to the side for the time being. And we've got a little headphone jack / connector thing for the microphone to connect. If your problem isn't with the microphone, say you've got another microphone to check it with, and you're still having the same problem, this will be where you'll be looking for the issue. Right, so next, what we'll do, we'll say you accidentally pull the air cup off, and you want to know how easy it is to get back on again. That'd be an effort to pull that off accidentally, though, I'll tell you. That is well and truly stuck in there. Yeah, here we go. So we'll go with this is the left, I think. Yep, L there, which is an upside down 7 technically, but what can you do? Right, so from what I can see, you would need to get this back on, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. How would you do that? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Sometimes they make it so you can align it, and get it back in, but this one is, you'd have to loosen the screws, which I'm assuming underneath there. Phillips head screws usually. Should we remove and see? I actually thought I was going to be able to get it back on. It literally, I think it's just like destroyed. I almost pulled the actual fabric away as I tore it away. So if you get the air cups off on these, chances are you're not getting back on again. So try and refrain from doing that. I thought that's aside for now. Let's get to this. So a little bit of, I think it's masking tape or something. Some kind of plastic tape. Oh no, there's no screws, it's just clips. So that should be a little bit easy to get into. I just need to find something to pry it open with now. See if the pry tool will work. So I don't need to move them, I don't think, do I? Maybe, I don't know. So a quick look, see. Oh, bugger, I ended it and fastened it again. There we go. So I'm using a pry tool, working it into where the tape is. Around this section here, you've got to be a bit more careful because of the wires. But like I said, they're pretty cheap, these headphones, like, build wise. I mean, they're not there to buy expensive wise, you know what I mean? But they're not. Yeah, so if you look there, what we'll do, we'll desolder this so we can actually get a better look at it. I've got a red Sharpie somewhere so I can mark the pop, so I get the right holes when I put that together again. I don't think I have. Bugger. Sharpie. Nope, no Sharpie. I'll never mind. What I'll do, I'll trim the wires rather than desolder them, because then I can keep track of what goes where. Obviously, you don't want to do this, because obviously if you're resoldering it, you'll probably want to desolder it from there with a soldering iron like so, and just detach it or whatever. But obviously, because I can't keep track of what goes to what, I need to keep a little bit of wire on there just so I know where to go with what wire. There we go. So that's removed. That's the left one we said, didn't we? Yeah. So that's the left speaker. If it's not the actual, in these ones with the kind of tinny sound to them, this would be what you'd be looking at next if it wasn't the actual resistance in the volume wheel. So honestly, I don't know how I'd get about doing that, because from what I know, it's like if you drift in an analog stick, you need to replace the whole thing. Well, sometimes you can just replace the wipers, but nevertheless, it's a different type of kind of mechanism that, so you won't get the same kind of result, if you get me. Right, so I think I don't even know what like rating these are, to be honest with you. I should have checked before I did the teardown. That would have been helpful a little bit on it. So in here we've got just the connector for the microphone. This is what I would check if you're getting a bad sound for your mic. This would be one of the places I'd look if I was you, because I would assume like the barrel jack itself might need replacing. I think is it 3 pole? That means it has 3 pins on it. So if you were looking to replace this, you look on Amazon and you type in 3 pole female headphone jack connector or something, and it'd give you a result. And you just have to make sure that on the one that it shows you, you're going for one that looks as similar to this as you possibly can. So then again, you need to desolder it from the board with a soldering iron and solder sucker. I can't really, without doing the actual thing itself, it's really stiff, this screw. So if you get stiff screws, just be slow with them. As long as you're getting motion from it, you don't need to speed out of there. If you speed out of there, you could potentially ruin the thread. And obviously, if you point it back to here again, you don't want that. So we should be able to remove this now. We'll partially remove it. But you see there, we've got test points. Not too sure what they're for. I'm missing power maybe. That's mic and ground. And you see that should go to the pins underneath. So that's what you desolder. You desolder, you'd heat this up, suck it up with a little solder sucker, or if you're posh and you've got a Hacko one or something, that'll be even better. Do these, that'll pop off, and then clear the holes, pop your new one in, hold it in place where you do that one, and then say that one there, and then you can remove your tape and finish up the rest of them. That should keep you all good. On this side, it's going to be exactly the same thing, except it's going to be that minus the headphone jack. We'll sod it, in for a penny, in for a pound. So let's try and pull this without tearing the actual air cup itself, because like I said, I don't want to destroy them. They do kind of work, they just don't work, you get me? I wouldn't use them for playing like PUBG or anything like that. It's kind of the only game I really play online, that, to be honest with you. All the other games are just like console games. So crack it open, shouldn't be too hard to do. Again, just running you call it the pry tool around where the clips are, because here are all your clips. What I suggest doing is, if you can get one side free, kind of prying it ever so slightly, and it kind of loosens the other one. So as soon as you stick your pry tool in the right position and give it a little leverage, you'll get freedom. And you should do. Come on, you. There we go. And the last corner, and it should just pop free then. There we go. And again, same situation. Again, what I'll do, I'll cut it off so I can show you the back. I'll be replacing the wire if I'm going to do it anyway with some higher quality stuff. I've got some Neurophones that I did a teardown on ages and ages ago, and the cables that came with them were never reusable for anything else, and I'm guessing they're really high quality because they're like thousands of pounds and stuff. So if I was going to do like a Bluetooth version of these, I'd use the quality cables, to give it hopefully better sound and audio. But again, look, that's what you're buying for, I think it's like £20, £30, whatever they are. You're getting hollow plastics. If you watch Dank Pods, he'll give you an example of what good acoustics are meant to sound like. He's got a really good channel, so definitely suggest giving him a gander if you're into headphones. I'm guessing if you watch headphones videos of any kind, you would have seen him anyways, the Australian dude. These, again, don't know if you recognise the values. I'll put it right around for you. So we've got, I've lost track of, oh, it says there, isn't it? So this is the left one, this is the right one. And from what I can tell, they're exactly the same numbers. Oh no, slightly different by a digit. This is a 401. This is a 402. Well, I would assume like maybe 3-4 watts or something. I lost a screw there, bugger. Knocked it over and I went chatting away. Never mind. Well, that's it. I'm going to quickly chop that out so we can get a better look at that. That's just a basic PCB with a few test points in it and the actual solder point for the actual microphone connector itself. I'll show you the microphone connector. I said 3-pole, that's what it means. I think I'll give you an example there, won't it? What they are. So the 3 connectors on it from the very end to the least one is, the very end one is the microphone and the very bottom one is ground. So I'm assuming this middle one is just doing nothing. So the middle's a dud on these microphones, if that helps anyone. Hopefully it does. Hope you enjoyed that. Kept it quick-ish. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.